Hi everyone, thank you so much for clicking on my video. Today we are going to talk about your positioning in God. Now this is your video if you are job hunting, apartment searching, spouse looking, gold digging. If you are looking for something from God, this is your video. Please, I've told God to make me an escape ship and also a cornerstone of this channel. So I'm wandering around in a good way, going to get information, and then I'm coming back to be a blessing unto you, as I am also being a blessing to myself. So I just want to go straight to the point. If you're looking for a job, you're looking for an apartment or a spouse, I want you to be able to cross-check all these things I'm about to mention and see if you are right with God in all this area. And if you are, believe you me, God is about to bless you. If he doesn't bless you, my number is on the description box. Kindly call me and let's talk about it. I will deal with it for you. So now the first thing I want to talk about is, are you a giver? Have you been a blessing to someone that you haven't stood somewhere to talk about it? Are you a giver? When it comes to the house of the Lord, are you a giver? When it comes to your family, are you a giver? Even to yourself, how well do you give to yourself? How well do you take care of yourself? That last one, I think I wasn't doing so well. But how are you a giver? The same way, are you a tithe payer? Maybe you say God does not need tithing, your tithe to bless you. Maybe. The same way, there is some kind of blessing that comes along with tithing. So are you a tithe payer? Most of us, we go to churches, we take the pledge. We say, you're going to pay this amount of money to God, or we take our tithe card. And at the end, when it's time for us to pay, we give excuses. Most of us are owing God since. You think it's a joke. When you go to the house of God and you lie that you go and pay this amount, you donate this amount of money and to the church. And then the church is expecting you to pay, honor your pledge, and you're not giving excuses. You don't have money, you won't pay. Share. You don't know. Bible says that it's better not to even promise God than to promise him. So if you know you are owing God, hurry and go and pay. Because if you don't pay, sometimes your life becomes tight. If you don't pay your tithe. Good. The next one is, what are you doing in church? What role are you playing in the house of God? Now, there's one thing I always appreciate those in my life for, especially with my teens or my kids. I remember some time when I was looking for a job, these kids were praying for me. My teens were praying for me. It got to a time I had an interview at Glyco, and they went home, brought some questions, interview questions. They interviewed me as if I've gone for the interview. Like, they were a blessing to my life. So what are you doing in the house of God that God can look at and say, it's hard time I bless this brother or this sister? What are you doing for God to position you for your blessing? The next one is, are you spending enough time with God? Are you getting to know God for who he is? Or are you just reading because people want you to read? So spend enough time with God, get to know his blessings, his promises, what he hates, what he likes, and kind of do all those things for him. Because you are not on your own, you are serving a God, and the King of Kings for that matter. The next one is, are you allowing the will of God to work on your favor? Some of us, we are like, those days I was telling God, I want to work at Bank of Ghana, because I thought it was a big bank, they have a lot of money and all that, and I look like a big girl. So I was praying, God, Bank of Ghana, Bank of Ghana. So even on my checkbook, I cancelled the bank's name and I wrote Bank of Ghana on it. It was so terrible. I didn't even get it. So are you allowing the will of God to work on your favor, or you just want the will you have for yourself to work for yourself? The next one is, how well do you relate with people? Some of us, we always like frowning. We don't take advice. We think we are the boss on our own. So we can't humble ourselves to even the little ones under us. I had to make myself a fool to be able to mingle with a lot of people just because I needed to relate with them, not because I was a fool. But it got to a time people called me names, making fun of me. And I thank God for all that because it has groomed me well. How do you relate with people? Are you a gossip? Do you always talk about people? Do you do things that is not called for, is not Christian-like? Are you destroying relationships? Do you cause people to cry? What are you doing? And now you want God to give you a husband, you want God to give you a wife. He will never. Because you don't even know how to relate well. You don't even know how to take advice. You don't even know how to keep quiet, smile. Sometimes it's about smiling. Some of us, you don't even know how to smile. And you want God to give you a job. It's not easy. Then the last one is, have you worked on your CV very well? Have you worked on your personal CV? What have you achieved in life? Who have you prayed for? Who have you interceded for? How is your family life? How is your spiritual life? Everything about you, how is it working well for you? Do you have an accountability partner? Are you accountable to someone who is monitoring your movement? All these things count. So to position yourself for God's blessings is hard work. But it becomes easy when you allow the Holy Spirit to come through for you. I was getting a bit personal, so forgive me. So yes, this is some things you have to highlight on your CV. Don't owe God. That's the number one thing. Don't owe God. I remember sometimes I'll go to a church. I had to clear my account, not because I wanted to show off, but because I needed that kind of blessing that the man of God spoke about. And I knew the money in my account was peanuts for God. I had to clear it. And believe you me, I have been satisfied and broke at the same time. And I'll go much deeper into it. I hope this video has been a blessing unto you. And I hope you are going to cross-check all these things I have said. All these things. Please, don't take this for granted and position yourself. When doing that, you are positioning yourself for God's blessing. If you can't, if you don't know how to start, all you have to do is to go on your knees and ask the Holy Spirit to help you, because He has been there and He is always there to help us. Thank you so much for watching to the end of my video. God bless you. Please don't forget to subscribe and share this video to a friend, family, group of people who know that this is going to be a blessing to them. Thank you and enjoy your week.